Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Runestone, and we're going to be doing Magic the Gathering top 10 Feral cards. Though they're not expensive, but we'll have some fun. And now, at number 10. With the first on our list is Feral Animist from Dragon Main or Guildpact with an uncommon going an average price of 7 cents. I don't see how many Feral cards are going to even be worth more than $1, but let's have some fun. So it just costs 3 mana for a 2-1, and it costs 3 colors to give it +0 until end of turn where X is its power. So I guess unless you add in some enchantments or pump it up before you do this ability, like Giant Growth, it can be kind of effective, but that's why it's at number 10. So now, at number 9. Well, next we have is Feral Instinct from Visions. It's a common going, yes, that's right, 7 cents. It costs 2 mana to play this card. I really like the picture, but it's more of, I think it's cool because it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. But you get to draw a card at the beginning of next turn. It's upkeep, which is very unique for a green card. So I think maybe this deserved to be up closer to number 1, if anything else. So let's move on to number 8. Which we got is Feral Incarnation from Magic 2015. It's an uncommon, and guess what? Another 7 cents card. Oh, I just know how to pick them. This one costs 9 mana. Can you believe it? Has Convoke, which is actually kind of a unique ability, but it says put 3/3 green beast creature tokens onto the battlefield. Even with Convoke, I think this card is, yeah, pretty expensive to play with. So much you can do, because what, with Convoke by that time, you can pay 5 mana for it. So let's move on to number 7. We got a red card this time. It's Feral Ridge Wolf from Innistrad. It's a common, just going for 8 cents on the market. That's more than 7. Costs 3 mana for this 1/2 and has Trample. Then you can give it +2/0 until end of turn without it tapping it. So you can kind of pump it up over and over again. That's the reason why it's at number 7 is because, well, there's other better cards, but for Feral, this is what we get. So let's move on to number 6. We have another green sorcery card. It's Feral Contest from Worldwake. It's a common, go for 9 cents on the market at the time of this video. It costs 4 mana, so that's very expensive. But it says put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Another creature you control must block if this turn, if able. And that's more of like a pain in the butt. That's why it's at number 6, is because that could just be annoying. Regardless of the price, I find that annoying. So let's go halfway down our list to number 5. We have Feral Deceiver from Champions of Kamigawa. It's a common, yeah, that's right, 14 cents on the market. This one costs 4 mana for this 3/2 Spirit card. Look at the top card of your library, only costs 1, or reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, gets +2/+2 and gains trample on end of turn. Play this ability only once. I like this card, and it deserves at number 5 because you can look at the top card of your library. Again, not very common for green, though it does cost 1. But that's actually, you get to look at the top card. It didn't even say reveal, you just get to look at it. So let's move on to number 4. We have Feral Hydra from various sets, therefore being uncommon or rare. And even with it being rare, the average price is still just 19 cents on the market. It enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. So it's pretty typical for any Hydra card. It's just you keep putting X counters on it. But on top of that, this one says put a +1/+1 counter on it. Any player may activate this ability. Costs 3. So the enemy can do it and then just kill target creature with power 4 or greater, or it can work that way. So let's move on to number 3. We have Feral Thaliad. I know I said that wrong. From Fallen Empires. It's an uncommon one for 22 cents on the market. And as you guys know, I absolutely love Fallen Empires. It's my favorite set. I know it is the worst set, but it's my favorite set. It's better than Dragon's Maze or something, I suppose. So it costs 6 mana for a 6/3. I thought this was so cool because it's just a 6 for a 6/6/3. Back then, that was cool. Just that much. During your upkeep, put a spore counter on it. Remove 3 spore counters. You can regenerate. So it has regeneration. It costs, I like that 0 because you don't see that very often in the Magic world. So basically, it's just a big creature that can regenerate. So let's move on to number 2. So we have Feral Lightning from Saviours of Kamigawa. It's an uncommon going just for 22 cents on the market. Basically, set number 2 is because this can really throw off the enemy because it costs 6 mana to put 3/3/1 red elemental creature tokens with haste into play. I guess it would be rare if they had trample, but it's at number 2 is because, well, it's feral cards. They're not very good in Magic World. But this one just can throw off the opponent quite a bit. Like just can you imagine having that thrown at you when you're like 3 creatures more you have to defend? And plus the artwork is done by Chippy, which does give it that bonus. So let's move on to number 1. And can you believe it? We got Feral Throwback, it's Legions, and the first rare on this top 10. And guess what? It's only 23 cents. I have it here because it does have Amplify too, even though it's 6 for a 3/3. And it does have Provoke. So because of the abilities on it, it's the best feral card you are going to get. It's not a good card in the whole Magic world, like I repeat for most or all these cards, but I think it is the best feral card you can possibly get in the Magic world. So I hope you guys have a good day and a good evening.